Yo, what's good, my nephews and nieces? This is your favorite uncle, Uncle Demi, and today I have another special banger for you, all right? Today we're talking about the two-way slashing Playmaker build, but before we get into the video, make sure you drop a like and subscribe. It's liking up the video, push the video to the recommended, and of course subscribe and put your noti game for the daily uploads. But without further ado, let's hop straight into this video. Now, I do want to point out a couple things. Obviously, when we went to Community Day, I made this build based upon the attributes and badges that we had at that moment. Yes, there's been some updates and changes, so I want to put that out there. Make sure you watch this video all the way through because there's going to be tidbits in here that I want you to completely understand, okay? Also, I've been saying this is the best build for, I don't know, the past 4 months. You've been watching my videos. I've been telling people all the time, slashing and defense is going to be OP. So anyway, let's just hop right into it. Let's keep it going. Now, this is going to be, I'm going to be playing it through and I'm going to be stopping, all right? So, I think 6'3 or 6'6 is going to be the way for this two-way slashing Playmaker build. It's really about what you're trying to get, okay? So, in this instance, I'm going 6'3", 201 pounds, and then, of course, my wingspan is going to be just at 7 feet. I do know that the wingspan is maxed out, all right? So if you're trying to figure that out, I did max out the wingspan. As you see, I got a -588, on my 3-ball. But for the most part, that's what I'm rocking with the max wingspan. Now, as you see here, okay? As you see right here, I now have the full build up here, okay? 87 driving layup. Now, again, a lot of these has to do with everything you're seeing on the right side, okay? I know some people are going to point out the fact you only have a 75 3-ball, but again, like I've been pointing out over and over and over again, I'm pretty confident that a 75 3-ball will be successful. Get your takeover and then pop your shooting, and then that 85 becomes that 75 becomes an 85, and now you're able to cook with grease. You're able to shoot that 3 with no issues. Okay, 87 pass accuracy. I'm actually going to be moving that up to an 89 because I now know that Tyler Halliburton is going to be the best passing style. You got to at least get 87 because 87 is going to give you bronze bell out, but you got to have good pass accuracy on your builds. I know some people are not going to have the high pass accuracy, but you're going to get bad animations, and your passes to your players are going to be bad also, right? So, like, just understand that you pretty much, as the primary ball handler, will want to have a decent amount of pass accuracy, at least an 87 to get bronze bell out, which is still not the best. But then for passing style purposes, you probably want to go to 89. So I probably will go to 89 for that. Again, also, I want to point out as I just plays through, because I want to show y'all the posterizer, as again, it's on silver. 93 driving dunk, 80 vert. But I do get contact dunks with this build. All right, you do get contact dunks with this build, and you'll also have an 87 driving layup to get some good layup packages, which again, those aren't out, so I can't speak on them, but you get some good layup packages and contact dunks with this. But at the end of the day, it really comes down to your preference and your play style. Silver posterizer and silver fearless finisher is something that I'm okay with because I'm going to be doing a lot of layups anyway, right? And that is where, you know, the other badges will come into play. Let me go here. All right, this is where the 75 3-ball, just keep in mind, you only get blinders and deadeye, green machine on bronze. All right, again, this build is not gonna be for everybody, and I know Lamont is gonna be dropping my build on his channel, and he is somebody that made this thing popular because back then it was a 67 3-ball. All right, so just keep that in mind. If you're okay shooting when you get on the game, go to Play Now, pull in the Hall of Fame, find somebody that has a 75 3-ball and shoot with it. If you find a rhythm you can hit consistently, and then you find a rhythm dribbling around and shooting at the top of the 3, you can get away with this, okay? And understand, this is not the full exact what the build is going to look like when the game comes out because things have changed, okay? But this stuff, I'm not worried about because I know, like, I'm going to be 75 anyway. I might have to go higher, but for the most part, 75. Yes, you only have a 60 mid-range. That is a downside. The free throw is a 62. I might push that up to a 70 also because, you know, I felt confident shooting with a 62 free throw. When I was playing with this build, I was hitting my shots at a 62, but maybe go up higher, but I'm pretty confident in that, all right? Now, this is what I'm talking about. Bell out is only on bronze, okay? So it is what it is. You know what I mean? You gotta be very careful with that because bronze bailout is not the greatest. You might be able to get the pass out of it without throwing the ball away, but the person that's receiving it, the pass, is gonna have it bobbled, okay? The big one here for the 92, and I made sure I had blow-bys on gold. I wanted handles for days on gold. The only thing is, and I got unpluckable on gold with this, speed booster is something that, you know, you would probably might want to have a little bit higher, but it's really all about preference. But to get speed booster, all I have to do is get my speed to a, I'm looking at right now, my speed, I need to get my speed to an 86. So obviously I will move my speed up to an 86. So a speed will come up to 86 so I can at least get speed booster on gold, right? So again, I want to just point this stuff out to you as you go because you want to at least get this on gold, and I want to make sure you get that out there. Killer combos, I'm not really worried about that. This build is more of a slasher, so I want to put that out there. But that's the big one right there. Blow-bys, let me make sure blow-bys is still the same. I want to make sure blow-bys, to still have it on gold, you need 92 ball handle, 83 and 83. So yes, you can still get blow-by with this build on gold, but I would definitely recommend doing that. And then when I come down here to speed with ball, because we got the handles for days. All right, let me make sure I get here. Speed with ball. Killer combos. You need a 93 ball handle for killer combos. So I might need to go up there, but as you can tell, it's so hard. Every attribute I have for my speed, acceleration, strength, vert, and stamina, all that stuff is because I moved it right to a certain point to get a certain badge. It's very hard to get with this build to where you want it to be all perfect. So you got to understand which one you want gold, which one you want Hall of Fame. I still think blow-bys and hyperdrive and speed boosters are the ones that I want to have. So I will get my speed booster up by moving my speed to an 86 like I spoke on. And then when we get down here to the defense, I want to point this out as we work our way to the defense. Come on. You see me work. All right, boom. Clamps is on silver. All right. Clamps is on silver. 94 feet is on silver. And again, this is a two-way build. I feel like this year, yes, stills are going to be really good. And if you have a high still, that's perfect. But if you want to be somebody that can at least play on the perimeter decently, remember, perimeter defense is also associated with your lateral quickness. An 88 perimeter defense is going to be good because you have 64 strength. I make sure I had good strength on this build. And you will also, and of course you need it for the poster rise and the dunks and all that stuff too. But the strength is going to be really well here. The 72 steel gives you bronze gloves. So I went just high enough to get bronze glove. For silver is 85, that's unattainable. Like, you're just not going to get it. Don't focus so much on that. Yes, if you get somebody that's terrible, you can go ahead and spam that. I mean, hit square a couple times if need be, or you have right stick ripper if it's a center. But be comfortable with not having everything this year, because everybody you're playing against also is not going to have everything. This is going to be more of the skill-based type build, because it is a build outside of dribbling that and finishing that, you know, it doesn't have the steal, it doesn't have the high three, but if you can figure out how to shoot and then be able to understand, like, yo, I'm only going to be trying to play the passing lanes, and then of course I'll hit square against opponents that I know, like a center or some, like, you know, a sharp or somebody that doesn't have any dribbling. I will go ahead and then try to rip them there with the right stick ripper. Even somebody has a high ball handle and you get bumpy with them and hit the right stick ripper, you should be successful. But understand this, and I want you to really understand what I'm saying. Bumps are I could argue that bumps are more important than actually getting a steal, because if you're bumping this person, they losing their adrenaline ball, they're going to have to pass the ball anyway, and they don't get their adrenaline bars back, so they're already out of the play. So, you know, you can focus on bumps and then, you know, be able to cook up that way, in my opinion. But some people want to have steals, and I will be dropping my lockdown build, and I will be showing you that. All right. It doesn't have any block. It doesn't have any defensive rebound or anything like that. But again, as you see right here for my speed, we talked about that. All I had to do was get my speed up. Look at 91 speed with ball and 90 speed is just not going to happen when you're trying to do that. So you're just trying to get the badges here. So I was trying to mess around with it. I knew I couldn't get those things, so I left it alone. And then I went to speed boot. Not blow by. Yeah. And same thing for blow bys. Like, look at blow bys to get a Hall of Fame. 97 ball handle, 89 speed with ball, 90 acceleration. That's not happening. Right, so you just gotta just let that pass on up. And again, as you see with Fearless Finisher, again, you see how it's associated with strength. So then all I have to do is get all I have to do is get my strength to a 65. So that's another thing. I just saw that here. So yeah, I would move my strength up to a 65 to get Fearless Finisher on go. Like hello, yes, I definitely would do that. Physical handles, I saw that pop up. I don't know if I'm gonna go down to it. Again, hands for days, that's not happening. All right. But and it looks like, well, of course, you know, everybody wants to see what the build name is, so we're gonna get that build name up for y'all right here. It is a two-way slashing playmaker, but I don't know if I was able to go back and get the actual build for the physical handles. But that is something also that I would definitely look into to make sure I can get physical handles on gold also. It's a good badge to have because that is a badge when you're, you know, when guards are being bumpy on you and, you know, they're basically harassing you at the perimeter. So it's a good badge to have. I have it on silver. It might be good to get it on gold. But I will say this, I don't think a lot of builds outside of just pure lockdowns are going to have high steal rates anyway, just because of how the game is and how balanced it really is. But this is a two-way slashing playmaker I think is going to be really great. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Do you think this is going to be a game-changing type build? Do you think it's going to be something that you can see yourself utilizing? Do you think that this is a build that, you know, is going to be, you know, just average, not good? I think it's going to be great. Contact dunks. If you can figure out how to shoot it or get takeover and then be able to shoot with it, so then they'll be able to shoot. It has good playmaking, good defense, and good physicals. I think it's an all-around decent build. But, you know, hey, we leave that up to y'all. But other than that, it's your favorite old head, Uncle Jimmy. I'll be back really, really soon with another banger, man. You know, when I say back soon with another banger, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about tomorrow, man. I'm out.